Yellowstone Volcano eruptions. Volcanic ash fallout would cover millions across USA. Yellowstone Volcano could cover the entire United States in volcanic ash if the next eruption equals or surpasses Yellowstone's past super eruptions, scientists have warned. Yellowstone Volcano sits in the heart of the U.S. Northwest, spanning an area of land across Wyoming, Montana, and Idaho. But should the Yellowstone volcano erupt sometime in the foreseeable future, the effects would not be limited to just the national park's borders. Dire Yellowstone eruption predictions show the supervolcano has the power to blanket the U.S. in ash from coast to coast. The thick volcanic plume spewed by the volcano could fly as high as 18.6 to 31 miles, 30 kilometers to 50 meters, into the sky. And Yellowstone Volcano is one of only a few dozen volcanoes on Earth, which are capable of expelling 240 cubic miles, 1,000 cubic kilometers, of volcanic ash and debris. The shocking revelation follows a U.S. Geological Survey (USGS) study into the dangers of Yellowstone's potential ash fallout. The Yellowstone study found millions of U.S. citizens could find themselves within the fallout zone, which included parts of Mexico and Canada. And what is even more terrifying, is the wind patterns and changing seasons used in the eruptions simulations did not have an impact on the way the ash behaved. USGS hydrologist Larry Maston presented the study to the public in 2016, outlining the dangers bubbling beneath the surface of Yellowstone National Park. Looking at twin simulations during a 3-day eruption of volcanic material, the study found the ash cloud would cover much of the North American continent. Days later, the umbrella cloud would waft over Europe, Greenland and Africa as it weakened in force. The Yellowstone experts said, "You can see that over that 3-day period, this umbrella cloud covers most of the North American continent and then it gradually disperses with wind patterns." An umbrella Cadoran eruption column is a tall cloud of scorching hot ash and rock fragments known as tephra. These volcanic clouds form during explosive eruptions and can rise as high as 31 miles, 50 kilometers. For comparison, the USGS ran simulations of a Yellowstone eruption without the presence of an umbrella cloud and the findings were not as dreadful. Dr. Maston said, "With the umbrella cloud these results are pretty insensitive to seasons or durations. The umbrella cloud can drive ash over 1,500 kilometers upwind and it spreads it over a much wider area." One surprising finding of the study is the height of the umbrella cloud would not have a major impact on the distribution of the ash. Dr. Maston said the result is in stark contrast to well-established volcanic theory, which claims higher plumes result in a wider distribution. At 9 miles, 15 kilometers, 15.5 miles, 25 kilometers, and 22 miles, 35 kilometers, the fallout across the entire U.S. would be roughly the same. The umbrella cloud also presented a more bullseye-like spread of ash, with the severity of fallout decreasing in expanding concentric circles. Without the volcanic cloud, the ash appeared to drift off in a wavy ribbon-like shape with the winds. The USGS scientists said, "In general, the maps show if you're in the coastal areas, you're going to get millimeters of ash fall, maybe centimeters in the Midwest and the southern Rocky Mountain states. Tens of centimeters to perhaps over a meter in the northern Rocky Mountain states." And I think one interesting point is these results are not strongly affected by wind, by cloud height, by the season, even by the eruption duration. Finally, the main takeaway point is umbrella clouds play a very prominent role in big eruptions. They change the dispersal pattern of ash from sort of a fan or a ribbon shape in a map view to sort of a bull's eye. Where is the Yellowstone volcano? The most prominent features of the Yellowstone volcano caldera formed around 640,000 years ago and sits in the northwest corner of Wyoming. This part of the volcano sits well within the boundaries of Yellowstone National Park, which covers an area between Wyoming, Montana, and Idaho. Yellowstone National Park was the first ever U.S. park to receive the title and was signed into existence by President Ulysses Grant on March 1, 1872. The volcano's caldera stretches across a volcanic feature measuring about 34 by 45 miles, 55 by 72 kilometers.